Go back. Back with you.
1984.
Go, shoot.
Where you came from.
I'm going to open up the stage for anyone who is currently a speaker who wants to say something before we move on to Q&A, considering this is already a dumpster fire of an event. So if anyone has anything they want to say,
What are you talking about?
as a speaker, not as a guest, then they can go ahead and take the stage.
Am I considered a speaker?
No, you're considered a guest. Yes, you can go ahead.
Ignore me flying through the ceiling.
Yeah, go ahead, Elsa.
What's he doing?
What's the
Thank
dog
you.
doing?
I just wanted to say it. Wow, it's just wow. It is hard to believe. It has been 2 years since QSERF came out. I remember it when it first launched. Steel 03, the labs, everything, and it is honestly mind-boggling that we have come so far. I never in my wildest dreams thought that, well, we'd get this far, yet here we are. I'm sorry, I'm not good at speeches. The irony, I'm good at playing a rather commandingly bossy reactor operations director, but I am not good at actual speech making. Yes, I know.
Yeah, that's a mood.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and I just this community has been a heck of a wild ride, but I wouldn't have traded it for anything. It's just wow. Wild, DT, Tree, all of you. Thank you, truly, for, well, existing. Okay, I'm done now.
Yay, I exist!
Go.
Wait, hang on, we gotta do the clapping. We gotta do the
That was a
clapping,
good
you know?
speech.
Please clap. Wait.
This thing.
Someone's
is it
got a
going
soundboard.
through?
My
Yeah,
noise
sure.
cancel. My
No,
noise
I don't have sound
cancellation
like
stuff.
Where's the bruh sound effect?
Bruh.
Okay,
Give
who wants
Give
wants
DT a moment, I'm sure he'll get one for you.
All right, who wants to speak next?
Oh,
Any takers?
I
Yeah,
volunteered
okay.
10 of us to speak. Oh.
What?
Ow.
Oh god, the projects are revolting.
Oh god.
Line.
I'm gonna take this moment of chaos to actually go ahead and get my soundboard ready.
Record it. You better record it.
Speaking of DT, you may wish to equip your headset. You are not very audible.
Okay, the Persian
We do
revolt
have my
has
headset.
been handled.
Suppressed.
Wait, is
Suppressed.
DT gonna speak for the?
Yeah, just give DT a second to get ready.
Yeah, Fossman needs to
It's
get the
been
proper
more than a
sound
second. You
together.
lied to me.
Oh, imagine
Wild
if
go?
Foss actually had something to say. Now that would be interesting.
Wait, who, what, when, what?
You're gone on my screen.
On
He's
my screen,
gone.
your name is just hovering in the middle of the stage, but you're sitting next to me.
No, yeah,
On my
You
screen,
see
you're
my gal.
you're French.
What?
I could
Gone.
see. Wild.
Oh, there he is.
Yo, Tree, can you give me a gun?
Oh, okay, sure.
Hello, hello.
You're giving the gun for some reason.
Give me
You
a
can't.
gun.
Hang on. Let me give me the gun. Let me. Come on.
Okay,
And-
okay. So DT, are you gonna go?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, gun.
It's like
Wait, do you know how to shoot a gun?
Free. Let him speak.
Tree.
What?
Give Polar Man a
Let
moment.
DT
He needs to come
let
up with his
Train
train of
talk.
thought.
I could just say, holy crap! To be a part of this and basically be the voice that you hear every time you play this game, it's really
he means
amazing.
every time you blow up the DMR.
Hey, he speaks normally too. It's like I actually go around to friends and family and go, "Look at this thing that I'm a part of. That's my voice. Look at it! Woo! Woo! And it's like it's so amazing to be like a part of that, and And sometimes it's honestly weird to hear my own voice. I just have love to thank you all. And I'm not good with speeches either.
Yeah, that's enough.
And as
Daniel Terrence
as-
Weldman, everyone.
Yeah!
well as
Wait,
Foss
we
would put it,
Wait,
We thank you for
Awesome.
your employment at Onsite. Thank you
What the
and
hell?
have a good day.
Okay, who invited Foss?
Tier, the FAAS.
Boss, man.
The FAS.
Boss.
boss.
Who
Foss.
invited
Foss.
the facility automated announcement system? I heard that robot voice in there.
No.
That's not
No, I know I heard Foss.
the revolt.
Who farted? Someone is farting in this
You're such a child.
Oh my god, we're so fucking childish.
I know, right? Okay.
By the way, Trains, if you are trying to speak as Foss, you may want to check your noise suppression. It is not coming
Everyone
through.
thinks Quack is this big, serious group of administrators in reality.
No.
Oh, trust
Yeah,
me,
pretty
it's
much.
not.
Thank you for your
I
employment.
should know. I was in there
So let's
twice.
discuss the appeal of thigh highs. That discussion.
I remember that.
Hey, no, we are not.
Well, can I like do the speaking later? Like something?
Yes,
I
you
don't
can
know.
go ahead. You can go ahead.
Oh, okay. Alright. Alright. Ladies. No, not ladies. God damn it. Men.
There's no ladies.
Everyone.
Making sure, like, ladies don't matter.
We known each other for so long.
Doesn't
And
matter.
hey, God damn
The
it.
DMR
I
exists.
tried to speak. Alright. Alright.
Let the Vietnamese
Yeah.
guy speak.
God damn it.
Take it off.
Okay, calm down. We have known each other for so long. Your heart's been aching, but you're too shy to say it. Inside, we both know what's been going on. We know the game and we're proud to play it. And if you're gonna ask me how I'm feeling, don't tell me you're too blind to see it. Never gonna give you up.
God damn it!
Gonna
Tree, you motherfucker! QDF,
None of you knew.
tree.
None of you knew about me. You didn't let him go on with that.
No, no.
QDF, shoot him down.
Play tree.
I know.
Very, very
I read the wrong script.
heavens.
Children. Okay. Who's going next? Enigma, you said you wanted to go.
I read the wrong script. Damn it.
Can I go? Can I go?
Wait, Enigma said he wanted to go. Oh.
I don't think
aw.
Enigma actually speaks, but okay.
Yeah, he never
He's
speaks.
never spoken before, but maybe he would have done a voice reveal. You never know.
Ooh.
Can I go?
Ooh.
Okay, yeah, Umbridge, you can go ahead.
Okay.
Umbridge, it better be good. I'm shooting you.
Can someone play the fart noise before I begin? Thank you.
Add that to Qserv, please.
Just the announcement.
isn't it already like
Attention all facility personnel. Just the sound effect.
Alright, well, first off. That guy, back to your seat.
First off, just some genocide.
We guys, we gotta hear
I wanna
Umbridge talking.
I want to say, everyone has been very, damn it, I lost my words. You've all been contributing to the community, you know, playing the game, and there's been some of you that are, you know, helping out others that are new to the game, and what is going on over there? And I also want to thank the QDF for doing their civil duty of... All of them are white. You know, doing their job,
Misclick.
and
Oh, Rick, calm down. Calm down.
That's slow
Oh,
reload.
Rick, calm down. Calm down.
Okay.
Yeah,
Is that all?
debatable, but
Okay. No, it's
What's up?
not. So QDF, you're doing good. Everyone else, you're doing okay.
Wow, okay.
Some of you could do
Yeah,
a little
okay,
bit better.
Rex. Your execution.
No. The people in the audience that are listening and stuff.
Oh,
Yeah, no, not you
good.
guys.
For a moment there, I thought we were going to have another incident.
And everyone who's a
Alan,
protogen,
do we need
I
to
wish
cut your
you
brake lines again?
I wish you the worst of your paths in the deepest, darkest pill. Go to hell.
The deepest, darkest hill. The pill of hell.
Also, yeah. Thank you. Wait, Tempest, play the fart noise. Play the fart noise.
what?
Do it.
Hang on, it's me with the
Foss.
soundboard.
I was gonna say it's him with the Foss.
Oh, I thought Tempest had the sound. He had the soundboard.
Yo, what? What is going?
Oh my
Alright,
What's
god.
who's
happening here?
What are we talking about?
Okay. All right. Who's
You
gonna go
need to
next?
send me that so I could put it on my soundboard.
Who's going
How about-
next?
Can I
Reaper.
go?
Hey, you just fucking went.
You already went.
It's for real. It's for real.
No,
Okay.
no, no,
I-
you're not speaking.
You're.
to me.
Oh, you had one chance and you fucked it up.
No.
Okay,
You know what?
Rickroll about it.
No.
Look at me. Look at me. Tree.
Yeah, you rickrolled everybody.
What?
That's your.
What?
Tree.
I swear. But
Tree.
No.
Tree. Look at me.
I'm up.
Look at me.
I am. Oh no.
Um.
What?
I'm sorry to do this, but you're gonna have to go to the protein corner.
No.
10 minutes in the
I
program
want to
corner.
beat them.
Oh,
wanna-
Go.
no.
No.
Go over there.
No. You
Hey,
can't,
am I allowed
you
on-
can't do this to me.
Wait,
No.
am I?
Yeah, come on. Come on.
Hey, am I allowed on stage? I got shot.
Yes, come on.
I didn't realize it.
Oh, wait.
Gosh,
Wait,
you gotta-
GT, was
oh,
that
dang,
you?
I should try again.
GT,
Yeah,
was that
did you?
Who's this guy? Oh, wait, that's him.
Yeah,
Never
did
mind.
you-
Many development
did you-
advisors are on stage.
Yeah,
right
that,
now.
I thought that was the.
I know that's him.
I
Okay.
didn't know it was him.
Okay.
He's the only
I
one
just
with
saw the
polar
fucking.
bear head. How could you?
Because I didn't see the name above
to
his
him.
head.
To him, I'm just another degenerate furry.
Well,
Yeah,
maybe-
honestly.
Oh my God, the terrorists!
Maybe
He's
that was
also
the
one.
question.
Run.
Reaper can't speak. He's also one. Keep that up.
Yeah.
Make me.
Furries.
Okay. So who else wants to speak that is up here?
Can I volunteer someone to go?
That's not how it works.
Cannabis.
Okay.
Cannabis, go.
Cannabis,
Cannabis,
I choose
go. I choose.
No, I got
Cannabis.
nothing to say.
Cannabis.
Cannabis.
Quantum on.
Cannabis.
What do you-
You gotta do it, man.
Alright, fine.
Aha, it worked.
you. Currently
Oh
trying
my
to get
gosh.
into the Quadruplex
Cannabis
server. If I
out.
succeed, you'll know.
Oh.
Where did he go?
Did he just leave the game?
Yes.
He's this. He's
Yeah, Cannabis, you know you can't get
It's
back
full.
in, right? Yeah,
You
yeah.
retard.
Dang.
Get back in.
I am
That's it,
cannabis
okay.
now.
Okay.
That
I
is
guess.
what you call zero planning.
Okay, Enigma. Are you gonna go? Why are you pointing a gun at him?
I think
Tree's like, you better go. You better go.
You're gonna fucking go.
Oh, Enigma, just go.
What the fuck?
Oh, hey X, you want to say something?
Yeah, alright, I'll go.
Jesus Christ.
Wait, what?
Sorry, the many people I shot.
Wait, hold on.
What
Shh.
the hell?
Wait, X, you want to go?
Yeah, wait, what do I say?
I don't know. Say something.
Eggman, I'm sorry.
Well,
Carving
I guess
about
maybe you-
Quantum's anniversary.
Shh, everyone, shh.
Well, it's been,
Oh,
how
no.
many years now here.
Oh no.
I think I joined in 2018, and it's been a nice time. There's been a few hiccups along the way, but I'm glad to still be here. It's been a been a great journey. I just amazing, really.
Oh,
Why are you
You
laughing?
need your
applause for Expressy.
schizomets.
You
Clap.
clap.
What else?
Yeah.
I'm not finished.
God damn.
Aw,
Just everybody claps.
Now
It's
you
like,
are.
I wasn't done.
makes a
Oh,
palsy this
no.
fast.
Innovation.
You are done now. Oh.
So, you want to keep talking, or?
Well, I
Wow,
guess I
that
could also
silence.
You
say
better not fucking stacking.
could someone please do kick random in the game so I can join?
I don't think that's gonna work because we have like 16 other people.
Yeah, there's
queued up
like
as
16
well.
people who are already tried to.
Including me.
Yeah, including me. I honestly, I think we'll just need a bigger server limit because this is not
200.
working.
Yeah, but that would require to shut down the server. Hey, there's more
Alright,
shoot.
Okay, we're just gonna do that. I'm gonna increase the server limit.
Go.
Oh god.
just-
Yes!
Oh no.
Finally!
I
Thank
just
you,
No,
Wow.
please don't, please.
I'm sorry I had to do this to you.
I put it to
I
300.
say
Give
we
me
should do it.
do not shut down the server yet. Then give me 30 seconds.
What are you gonna do?
You spoke to. Could have said that like 5 seconds ago.
Don't worry, I got him. He's dead.
Server's
Get all
falling
the
into anarchy.
prototypes! Get all the prototypes!
What from the heckin'?
Oh no! That's
Okay, who's got the fart minigun? Oh wait, that's D-Trains.
Sorry.
Of course, it's PT.
the quadruplex is dead. How could you?
We
No.
know
There we go.
Fucking bullshit.
Ah, there we go. Everyone
the
join
fuck
the
was
server.
that?
Got D-Trains man in it.
You didn't have the two
Yeah,
freaking
just-
hundred, Jesus Christ.
Polar bear with the lab coat.
Yes, thank you, game.
We're doing this again.
Well,
This has
okay,
been
which server?
fucking traumatic.
Train wreck. I think we've taken
Uh,
out the entire state in a nuclear blast.
Wait, there's two servers. Which one are we joining?
Yo, speaking of
Boy,
nuclear
does
blast,
that
do I have
sound
access to
familiar.
nuke command?
I mean, we definitely haven't nuked the entire
No,
tri-state
don't use
area.
it. Trust me. Don't.
Oh
use
yes,
it.
not
two
in the
servers.
slightest.
Trust me.
Yeah, there's
don't
two
use
servers
it.
to go into the one. Whoever's Avant, Tanibus, Reaper. We're going to the other one.
Yeah, I know.
Why do I look like this? Why do I?
Oh
you're-
my god. Oh Jesus Christ.
Dude.
People.
Papa Booey.
Did you know
I'm-
Dr. Helen Kaiser
I'm like a
innovated the
default
DMR?
character. What? The really old one. Yellow, blue,
To
green.
the facility.
Who wants to hear what Madison, Connecticut sounded like at 11:53 p.m. on the 18th of
I
August,
do.
1985?
I knew!
Yeah, it's not about right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds
Why
about
are you
right.
like that?
I don't know. I just
Get
loaded
over
in like
here.
this.
There we go.
Right.
Get over here.
I'm
Also,
working on
someone with
this
admin commands.
Oh no, no, no!
please
Hold on, hold on.
name me Kaiser in
This
game.
is not acceptable.
Wow.
I hate
Wow,
this
look.
scale.
It's Dr.
Where's my
Eggman, wow.
save?
Where is
That's
Dr.
Look,
Eggman?
it's Dr. Eggman over there. Do you remember the time when he said, I'm gonna take a
Can I
piss
get another
on the
gun?
moon?
Oh,
I'm
I
gonna
see him.
take a piss on the moon.
I got
Okay.
an announcement to make. Shadow the
Oh my-
Hedgehog is a
Oh, guys, it's Jim Carrey.
I'm not gonna finish
Well,
that.
man, get back
Alright.
here!
So the protogen table.
QDF,
What?
head to the armory, and you'll
Wow.
be teamed. And
Whoever removed the Eggman
Look, it's Mari.
announcement, I will.
Tree, give me a gun. I need
Trojans
to
are
kill this
rioting
protogen.
again. Wild.
Oh, okay. No, let me.
The table. The table.
Who's this
Someone have
random
details.
What do you-
twat here?
Can we give Cole a
Yeah.
pass?
I got it.
Good.
Hold
Oh,
on.
Okay, he's already done for. Why is the icon on the loadout a P90?
Why is it
It's
have
an M16.
P19 for some reason?
Oh no! The
watch out for the cargo
Lee
truck.
Man's amazing
Wait,
sword
what's
isn't
the
in
cargo
here.
truck?
Yeah, there was just this
Whoa,
cargo
guys,
truck
look,
that was
a
going
woman.
down the.
Look,
the
there's a
path.
woman.
It's Marie.
Talking about me.
I know, I know.
I'll kill you. I'm gonna kill you all here if you didn't give me a wallet for anyone.
Alright.
10 minutes.
Yes!
Where's Colonel Santos?
He's right there, get him!
Colonel
You
Sanders.
owe
Wait,
me money.
someone here has the. Someone here has
Its
the
finger
harmonica.
looking good.
Oh yeah, someone else heard
I
harmonica.
just heard of a harmonica.
Curtis Sanders is
Where's
the other cast. I
Curtis?
saw
Oh,
him
there's
more
Curtis.
in the
Okay.
audience a while ago.
Where's the harmonica? I heard someone with
Can
it.
I have chicken, please?
I have the
I
same
really-
one.
I
There's a
really
person
have
over here that's
chicken.
not supposed to be here.
We need a
The
special seat
harmonica,
for
I
him.
love you.
I think
Please,
it's
I need a
Sarah,
chicken.
Out of your seat.
this table.
Go to the prodigy table.
If you have the harmonica, I'd love you.
It's
I'm
not.
pretty
Prodigy
sure
table.
the
That's
harmonica.
Feldman you're telling to
I don't know,
move.
I'm not gonna figure this out.
All
And that's
prodigents
Kaiser's
are to be
point of view
secluded
on that.
in one table.
We need the handcuffs so we can escort Brodgens.
Yep, there it is.
They're not
Tree,
all
that's
rules.
Kaiser's
I
Oh,
think
point
should
of
we
view
can
on that.
bring
in
on
the
stage.
mega update, in the
No,
mega
no,
update.
You're
I-
doing
I
a
was-
good service to your country, Jacob.
I
Because
see
it-
a mosquito.
Okay, so let me
Excuse me.
so we're adding handcuffs to the mega update. Just keep that in mind.
Oh, is that
So
what-
QDF will have handcuffs.
Crouch.
Don't say anything NSFW.
I can already see the cursed
Oh my
images that's going to
God.
pop up because of this.
I just said don't
Oh,
say
yeah.
anything NSFW.
Oh, Brexit, why? Okay,
Dude, that
but
is
yes,
gonna get annoying.
Yeah, I know. I want to shoot him.
we're gonna have handcuffs. That's
Oh,
what-
yeah.
yeah.
I hear that kazoo.
That's not a
Oh.
kazoo.
Someone's got the gosh darn harmonica hat.
It's someone over here.
It's
Is it this guy?
it's
How do you
just
know
it's a horizontal kazoo.
Yeah.
No, he has a point.
We'll make that kazoo sound.
Oh, it's this guy. It's this guy.
Don't shoot him! Don't
Yes.
shoot him! Don't shoot him! We must protect the
This guy.
harmonica guy.
Dude,
Come
it's
on.
so annoying though. Wait a minute,
It's
it's a new server.
fucking-
How much
but it's
is that
great
thing?
though. It's like 200,000 Robux. It's
Did you
really
play that
expensive.
song?
Wasn't
I
it
know
like
you
49,000?
I don't remember.
Well, maybe examine his avatar.
Look in general,
Is the-
woman driver alert.
Username of the harmonica guy.
let's see.
I
Get
need
in
to
here.
find out what hat that is. I've always wanted to know.
It's
Oh,
like
Oh
Right,
yes,
um,
it's like a-
Con, I agree.
Right, we need to team the QDF.
Yo, wait, it's a new server. You know what that means?
No, don't even.
I
Oh,
heard the harmonica. Who's done it?
There we go, he's down. He's down,
That
boy.
was well deserved.
Wow, just embraced it.
No!
wait.
I can't do it.
That's it.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah,
no.
God damn it. Where's Reaper?
That's great.
You guys want to see?
I can't.
What?
I can't use the command.
I'm dead. No, I'm dead. I'm bleh.
Furry is dead.
Right.
Rejoice.
Did you? Wait. I hear it again. Does someone else have it too?
Yeah,
You guys,
right
you
here.
guys
Are you
want to
talking
see?
about me,
something?
Umbrex?
No.
Wait,
He has a harmonica. He has a
this
harmonica.
also
as well.
has it.
Yes.
This also has it. I thought I heard it.
harmonica?
Axe has one and that guy over there has one.
Oh, Axon
Okay,
has
I
it?
need
Wait,
I
to
see
look
it.
for the
Now I can
harmonica
just
now.
see who's got
It's
it.
expensive.
It's like 400,000 Robux.
I mean, theoretically, if you were to use
Exquisite.
all the
View
budget,
avatar.
Could you get it?
Hair.
I mean, like it's so tempting to buy it, but at the
Where
same
is
time,
it?
I'd rather
Don't do
use that Robux for like a fucking
No, seriously. Where is it?
DevX.
Who's got it?
Yeah.
Just do the hat command.
Wow,
Oh,
do
fair
you?
enough.
Wow,
That's
do you?
what I
do
did.
it on
I don't actually
everyone.
have
Do it
it.
on everyone.
Oh my god.
Yes.
Put the harmonica on everyone.
Oh no!
No.
What? No. No. Oh
Okay.
god.
What?
Do it.
Production.
Thank
This is
harmonica
hard.
hat.
Did you really just do?
Oh no!
Wait, everyone turn your Game Boy up to full.
All I can hear is harmonica.
Sounds like Texas.
Once you enter Texas, once you enter the Texas
Oh my
game,
God.
this is
Oh
the
my
game.
god.
I'm getting rid of this. I'm getting
The
rid of
sound of Texas.
Okay, can someone please link me that harmonica hat in
There.
Discord?
More hats.
You shouldn't. I was about to.
No.
over.
Bald!
What have you done?
Bald!
Just
Refresh,
us.
drink, everyone.
Oh, I look handsome.
Bald! Bald!
Bald,
Why?
bald.
Alright, so,
You just, no, I'm pretty sure you just broke all the guns.
Okay,
So-
well done.
the harmonica
Yeah,
is 394,000.
Don't refresh QDF. Oh god, fuck's sake. Why did you refresh QDF? They were
I
fine.
accidentally crashed my computer.
This is
Uh,
the chosen one. He didn't
They're
lose
all
his
bald.
gear.
Being bald is a problem.
Oh no! Oh no!
Much better.
It's a joke. Don't worry. It's a joke. Calm down, everyone. It's
Wait, where
okay.
else then go?
Don't worry, I don't hate cancer.
Yeah, speak into the.
I died of baldness. I'm sorry.
Binoculars tree.
Okay. Also, who?
Everyone got cancer.
Yeah, I need
Oh
to
my
know.
God! Oh
That-
God! Why?
Oh no! What did you do?
Oh,
Nothing.
someone
swear to
mentioned me. Something
I
about
swear
blowing
to God.
QSERF up. Who? Moi?
Hey,
Alright, what were we doing again?
do you guys like stonky snow, guys?
Yes.
Why do you have a purse?
Wow!
No, it's Gucci.
Wow, dude! Wow!
He has
looks like a
a man purse. He has a man purse.
Yeah.
Oh god.
It's just a Gucci man
Child
purse.
Elsta. I am Kaiser.
Gucci man purse.
I will kill it all of you and terminate.
Oh my
you
gosh, the
pieces. Now,
spam.
I don't even want to try pronouncing that Chinese. I think that's Chinese.
and be
Alright,
ready
so
for a moment. There we
What
go.
were we
Thank you.
doing before we all got harmonicas?
We're letting X speak.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah, that was maybe about 10 minutes ago.
The
Got to the
harmonicas
next
ago.
week. God
2021.
damn it. Sitting time.
My god.
It's time to hear some words, apparently, from
Okay,
me.
I
Say
have
some words.
got to figure out who's got that thing for Monica.
Come on. Okay, so I'm not talking, so that means you're listening. So, oh, gotta get rid of this harmonica.
Get rid of the harmony for
Harmony. My
No, I mean-
favorite instrument. The harmony.
No, I mean the harmonica. I don't really care about that, but yeah. Basically, I have no idea what I'm saying.
You wanted to talk, and you're not talking.
You just said that.
Just trying to thought give the man a break.
It's this guy. He's dying.
You just shot the QDF.
No, I
Okay,
didn't.
someone
Oh,
tell me the
then
username of the harmonica person. I need
heal.
that hat.
Also, it's expensive. It's like 400,000 Robux.
Yeah,
Yeah, I know.
Sorry,
But I
Darts.
still want to know what hat it is.
Max, did you actually want
I
to say
just
anything?
want to
or
answer
you
it.
just kinda like-
Thank.
Was I missing? But calm down.
Wait, can we let X please speak?
Yeah, let's let him say. Let him stutter
I have
before.
stage fright.
Thank you, Chet
Oh.
Steve.
It's a Roblox game.
Wait,
Okay.
is he done?
Alright, I have
wait,
the harmonica. I'm good now.
I can't. Shit. I'm going to murder the harmony. Whoever follow this harmony, I will murder.
Tree, just
I-
let X talk. Let X talk.
Tree, it's a harmonica.
Well, it's
Wait.
been, you know,
Okay.
Since-
since
you know.
June, July, one of them months, since 2018. So, like 3 years. And I think it's been a great 3 years. You know, I've made lots of friends who aren't here anymore. But, you know, I still have lots of friends here, and I've had so much fun working here, and, you know, seeing the group grow. It's been amazing. You know, the community got, you know, wild, and B-Man's died, and it's just, you know, it's really gone somewhere amazing, and I just feel so, like, proud to be a part of it. And here I am now. That's basically it. I'm done. Get out of this chair.
But yeah.
Out of this chair.
Okay, if anyone else
Just head down like.
does oh my god.
Has
Okay,
Jen gone
does
yet?
anyone else have anything that they want to say before we
Den the
continue?
Hunter hasn't gone,
Yeah, he
and
hasn't
I
gone.
don't think Enigma's gone either.
And Shuri hasn't officially
oh,
gone.
Enigma just went.
Yeah, I'm still here.
Yeah, Enigma. No, Tree, no, you are not allowed to speak anymore.
No, I'm trying to be real bad.
Fine, go ahead. But I swear to God, if you fucking rickroll us, you're going to the prototype corner.
If you try to rickroll us, QDF will execute you again.
Guys, ladies, guys, and people, I really appreciate that you guys invited me into being a part of quantum science. It's really cool to be here. And did you piss your chair?
What? I'm sorry, what?
Okay.
It's really cool that to have me in the part of the community that I make very funny memes. Yes. I'm not a threat. And
You're a furry.
so thank you. You guys are so cool. The admins are so cool, and the Quidia, yeah, they're cool. But the robot, I don't like it. And you guys are cool. I love you. No, that's it.
You sound like
You kill him? Should we still kill him?
We make quantum science great again.
Protogens aren't sitting down.
Thank you, sir. Thank you guys for listening my pep talk.
I said they weren't sitting down, not mow them down.
Sit down or get
Are we
mowed
going?
down.
I think I'm done now.
we're gonna revolt anyway, so.
Wait, I think I'm done now. Are we done now? I think I'm done.
Okay, alright. Anyone else have anything they want to say? Enigma,
wait.
I guess kind of already went. Reaper,
Van, have you gone yet?
Ben, or Van, yeah, him too.
I don't really have
Yes, I love
If I go
chicken
again, it's
nuggets.
gonna entail with a lot of people
Kentucky,
probably
can you-
dying.
Can you give me a chicken?
Honestly, that's okay.
Okay, if you're gonna go up, no people can die except protogens.
Yeah, I probably shouldn't go up then.
I mean, it's a good deal, though. It's a good deal.
Okay, alright, okay. Then I guess I'll
Wait,
wrap
wait,
this up
wait,
before.
no,
Wait.
wait.
Can,
Wait.
I mean, can I
Wait.
wrap it up with
I say
another?
I'm not wrapping it up in the aspect that we're done. I'm just moving to Q&A after I say something.
Can I just
Well,
say one more
still,
thing?
can I?
No.
Why
I
not?
already. What? Wait, no. I'm talking to Reaper. What? What?
Oh, can I just say one more thing?
Yes.
Okay. Protogens suck.
No, oh my god, what the, oh yeah, the protogen.
I can
protogen.
agree with
Alright,
that.
thank you.
I am thumbs upping. You can't see this, but I am thumbs upping.
Okay. Let me wrap this section up before we move on to Q&A.
Is that Sonic?
So I just want to say, or to expand on what Axe said, it's shit. It's been almost 8 years that I've been doing this whole quantum thing. B-Man and I started quantum back in 2013 with our first original game, Quantum Science Warp Core, or was our first original game, I should say. We started with the Pinewood Computer Core ripoff because, you know, we were both huge fans of Pinewood. You know, it's crazy to me. I've seen so many things in my 8 years of doing this stuff, and I grew up with quantum, and essentially, I saw many friends come and go. Unfortunately, you know, I learned a lot of things along the way, and I guess I sort of figured out what I wanted to do because of quantum. You know, I was never really interested in science or other stuff like that, like yeah, as you can see, I'm also a great speech maker. Okay. what I'm trying to say is, I guess without quantum, I would have never really found my love and admiration for science like I do now. Like, I am currently about to go into college, and without quantum, I probably would have never pursued a career in nuclear physics, which is what I'd like to do. But yeah, in the years that I've been doing this, it's been pretty sad to see a lot of the old people, the old members, see come and go. Like, we lost our original co-founder. I think Axe is like probably he and Kajam are the oldest administrators currently remaining in the administration besides myself. And I don't know. I like to keep the memory alive of the old times. 'Cause, old times are good. There has been a lot of hiccups along the way. I'm sure some of you might already know. Lots of bad memories, of course. Oh yeah, I also forgot. Tree is also one of our other oldest administrators. Axe, Kajam, and Tree were all hired in, I think, June of 2018. Yeah, 2018. And they've been here ever since, really.
Oh my god.
It's been crazy. I think the current administration it's astonishing to me. I mean, I've never felt more, I guess, happy with the way farm is going. Yeah, things are going a little slower than I anticipated. Like, the mega update has been in the works since December of last year. And I mean, yeah, we're getting close to finishing it, I guess. But, I would have wanted to start SNL by now and probably finish the building, which I will expand on later on. But yeah, it's been a crazy adventure. I remember when first building Qserv, we were working on QSML2, which is the direct predecessor to Qserv. Exev and I, he's still quantum-ish, but him and I were the people behind Qserv. Anyways, we started working on Qserv by making what would be modern-day Tartarus zone. We built the up topside Tartarus and we put it in QSML2. The idea was to expand QSML2 and add like this abandoned section to the facility. But upon thinking, we realized, hey, why not expand it into an actual game? I mean, we can do it. We've always wanted to do it. And so from there, really, that's when Qserv became an idea. This was back in April of 2019, so you can imagine how much time we had from April 2019 to August 2019 to get the entirety of Qserv built. Yeah, it was quite the journey. Building Qserv, we started really developing it back in, I think it was June of 2019, and development from there just exploded in the sense that we just built the shit out of the game. I mean, yeah, the game was a mess, a huge mess. It was a scripting nightmare. It still is a scripting nightmare, and but it's still fun. I would have never thought people would love the game as much as they do, and to me, I think that's just a little heartwarming because, well, yeah, like I said, I just never expected people to love what I do, and what the team does as well. Because I mean, I'm not the only one who does this. We have a whole dedicated team for this. We got Axe, we got Tree, and there's other people that were involved in the development of Qserv. But I just want to say I'm very, 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 I almost said very like 20 more times, very happy and very honored to just be at the forefront of it all. I love all the admins. They're the greatest people here. They're also my greatest friends. QDF, I gotta say, I'm damn impressed. I mean, shit. I didn't expect to see QDF, or what would be QSDF back then, to be operating at the capacity it operates now. It's really impressive. It's really something. I think QSDF, we were about to reach that capacity, but of course we had an incident, and QSDF got disbanded from Quantum, or got disassociated from Quantum, and QDF got born from there. It was supposed to be, as I guess, a more less strict environment, but still keeping the ideals of QSDF. Anyways, 2020 was something special. I mean, seeing QSERF explode in, I think it was June when we hit Learn and Explore, that was something I will never forget. The rush of just seeing everyone just flow on in. I mean, I think a few months after we got put on LNE, Quantum brokered, I think, 100,000 members. And, you know, to me, I've never thought we would reach that milestone. I would have thought that I would have, like, probably given up by then or just handed it to someone else before then. But, you know, here we are, over 200,000 members, soon 300,000. And it's just, it's whack to me. It's whack. So, yeah. What was I going to say? I forgot. Give me a second. I forgot what I was going to say. I think Joe Biden moment.
Joe Biden.
Honestly, I don't think anyone else.
Wake up.
I don't think anyone else could say can top that. We love you too, world. No homo.
It's actually a really good speech. Oh, but you're
I'm not even done. I still have more to say. I just lost my train of thought. Right. Okay. So development of QSERF. Right. Okay. I remember now. So yeah, we brokered 200,000 members. I know we never really celebrated that. I'd like to eventually celebrate, like have an official celebration for that. But yeah, I never thought we would have made it this far. If you were to ask me when I was about maybe 12 years old, if we would have reached the state, I would have just laughed at you. I mean, when I first started Quantum, I was 10 years old. Well, when I started with B-Man, because we were both co-founders, I was only 10 years old. I'm currently 18. It's been quite the adventure. Like, I am going to become redundant now. I grew up with Quantum. It was quite the trip. I firsthand witnessed everything changed around me. The sci-fi community really went through this sort of evolutionary phase during my time here. Before, it was just these shitty core games, shitty facility games that had, you know, Pinewood was the base standard. And I'm not calling Pinewood shitty, let me make that clear. But that was the base standard for what a facility game was supposed to be. And my dream with Quantum was to make it more than that, to expand on the ideals of Pinewood, as I was a huge Pinewood fanboy back in the day. And yeah, I admit it.
A lot of us were.
I was a huge Pinewood fanboy. Back then, Pinewood was the only thing that was there. And they were really the kings of the world back then, or in terms of the sci-fi community. Like, I don't even think innovation was around that level back then. But yeah, it was something to witness in the sense that I saw this community change and just grow firsthand. When we first released QSML 2 with the concept of the dark matter reactor, or DMR, it fundamentally changed what it means to have a facility game, or to have a core game, or reactor game. It
fundamentally
really
changed a lot of things. Cough, cough.
Yeah, everything. I think I don't mean to stroke my own ego here, but I do like to think that QSML 2 was responsible for the evolution of core games, in the sense that they're more complex, they're more rigorous, I guess I should say. They're not your classic. Go ahead.
It's like it was the end of like the floating ball reactors. I loved going through the like community to see all these like different reactor designs people made.
Well, and no offense, but isn't the entire game
We really have inspired a lot, haven't we, Wild? Nonchalantly almost calls Wild McCarthy. Oh wait, he is McCarthy.
Oh yeah, that makes more sense now.
Okay. What was I saying? I
Sorry,
forgot.
don't mind
Yeah.
me. I am a shameless quantum lore nerd.
You're talking
Anyway,
about your
continue.
Yeah, so the DMR really changed what it means to develop a facility game. I mean, it expanded it just beyond basic coolant, basic, reactor level, like Pinewood did, and it really brought in the whole idea of startups, integrity, other stuff too. I mean, I think it's crazy. I mean, you never see a floating ball reactor anymore. Back then, it was just a red neon sphere. Nowadays, you got these. From what I see in QSP with the developer scope, you got these huge, insane structures that just defy what would have been the standard back then, and it's something
Can
really
confirm.
awe-inspiring.
I've seen some of them.
Yeah, it's something really awe-inspiring to witness. Like someone I want to give a spotlight to is Portal Stories creator. That guy's impressive. I mean, if you look at his stuff in Developer's Cove, he is really his work is really impressive. So I just wanted to give kudos to him. There's other people as well in Developer's Cove that build some really impressive stuff. I mean, there's also our ally Athena Labs, which if you haven't joined, you should definitely join already.
You heard, Arthi.
Syntax Air's game is something that's really, really, really impressive. I mean, it takes the Portal 2 concept and just grows it into something that's just a really phenomenal game. I mean, seeing Athena Laboratories, the game, really did give me some hope for the future to see a game that's original in its own respect. And yeah, like I said, if you haven't checked out Athena Labs, I definitely do recommend it. I definitely do recommend joining them to give them some support. We do have their group link in the info board of QSP, and alternatively, you can also go to the ally page of the group to find them there. But yeah, other than that, shameless promotion. Yeah, it's just I suppose I just want to promote all the people that really have that quantum ideal of wanting to expand of what it means to have one of these sort of games. I mean, with SNL or Sicko National Laboratories, we really seek to just expand our horizons by a huge amount, really. Once we do get into development with that, I mean, for SNL, we have so many things in planned in store, and we really think you're going to like it once we do get into the beta testing phases. It's something that I think will fundamentally, again, change the what it means to have a sci-fi game. I mean, I think QSERF also did change that in some respect. I mean, if you were to see the mega update and with how complex the DMR is, you got coolant temperature, you got coolant itself, you got power laser thermal regulation, you have the emergency fire suppression system, you have grid management, turbine control.
Simply put, it's not going to be as simple as just 2 switches on the coolant and the lasers anymore. Now you got about 3 or 4 things to manage.
Oh,
Now
it
you
is
get
going
to
to
see
be.
the DMR as Kaiser innovated it.
Yeah, it's
Which
going to
is
be really.
Quite the spectacle.
It's going to be really complex, and but let me make one thing clear. I don't think these games should be as complex as we're making them. Like QSERF, we're only going for complexity because we wanted to really allow people to get a sense of what the DMR in its primitive state was. Because, well, I'm sure some of you don't know, but Quantum has a lot of lore, a lot of lore. I mean, I want to thank these two over here. I want to thank these two over here, Elsa and DT, for helping make that lore. I mean, it goes really deep in the sense that QSERF has a lot of explanation behind it. It has a whole complete story of what happened and like follow up and everything.
Oh yeah, trust me.
Wait, wow.
It's there.
Can I interrupt you for a second?
Yeah, go ahead.
So, if someone who just joined the community wanted to go and read where all this lore was, where would they go to, catch themselves up?
Right. So we currently don't really have that much lore that's written down. I mean, a lot of the lore is just like between our heads. Me, Elsa, DT. That's like really all the lore. It's just between our heads, circulating like a little thing. But for the lore we do have written down. You can find it in the pinned messages of dev announcements. We also do have. Wait, did I delete the lore channel? I think I did. Well.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Well, anyways,
Oh, no.
after this event is over, I'll make an announcement showing all the lore that we do have written down. I am slowly working on writing down all the current up-to-date canon lore. But
And
of
I
course,
would
since I have
love
so
to help
many,
you with that. Just say the word.
yeah, we can talk about that later. But yeah, it's been difficult for me to write it because I have a lot of other things to take care of. But that's besides the point. So it's just crazy to see how far and how in depth QSERF has gone with the exploration of what would be in lore a primitive concept. For SNL, I know a lot of you think we would go even beyond what we currently have planned for QSERF's. I mean, for the dark matter reactor's complexity. But we're actually going to tone it back a lot, and I mean tone it back a lot. We're really gonna try and make the game more appealing to people who don't really care for the
Who aren't
whole-
as nuclear minded.
Yes, yeah. Thank you for bringing that.
More
yeah.
things to do, pipe
Where buttons to press.
breaking, having to
Well-
manage the turbines and electrical.
Basically, it's gonna be simple compared to what you're gonna have in QSERF, which I think I wanted
I
to
get
put
the
them in
feeling
QSERF because
simple was in air quotes there. Because I
Well,
mean, come on. This is
okay,
quantum.
well, to be fair, QSML it's going to be simpler than QSML2's. Well, actually, it's going to be along the same level of QSML2's complexity. That's
Fair
what
enough.
SML's reactor is going to be. So if you don't know what QSML2's complexity is like, I suggest you to go play the classic game to get that feeling.
Easy to make.
But it's going to be easy in the sense. Well, it's not going to be easy to code, but it's going to be easy to operate. That's what I'm getting at. But yes, I suggest if you're a game developer that is trying to make a sci-fi game, do not go our route and do not go for the complexity route because it does hinder your player base. I mean, I learned that firsthand. Yeah, it's too hard for players to grasp, and so they get frustrated and they leave. And there is a likelihood that they don't come back. But if you're not looking for the whole player base thing, if you're just looking to make a showcase or to make something that you and your friends have or like a tech demo, then I do suggest to go ahead with the whole complexity thing. But
stop.
If you're in it for the players, keep it simple. If you're in
Yeah.
it for the heck of it, by all means, go ham.
I really
Yeah.
love
thank
detail.
you again. Yeah, I
like him.
for my speeches I tend to
Good.
really
Get
Really-
Wilson.
I don't tend to go simple or explain things in a simple way, so I'm sorry about that. But
It's fine, McCarthy. We're
if
used to it.
you're new to this community, there are some where are they again? The trying to think of the word. The notes on how the reactor will operate. I mean the DMR will operate.
Well, I do want to add on that once we do have a more stable version of the Mega Update with all the current planned features completed, we will make a new reactor ops guide as to how to completely
Yeah,
operate the
that's
DMR.
And I will be the first to go and memorize that so that I can actually keep up with
And we
my
will-
role as
So-
Kaiser and teach people how to.
So
because-
where would someone be
blow
able to
things
find
up.
that when it does come out?
Well, once it does come out, we will announce it in main announcements. It'll also be on the YouTube channel for people to reference. I'll probably also make a text document so people can refer back to it without all the cheesy, quantum lore stuff, and that's going to be in the video.
Very cheesy.
But yes, the idea is to
Right there.
hopefully allow people to learn how the GMR operates and really promote the teamwork. I mean, a few weeks ago, or not a few weeks ago, a week ago, Reaper and we did a tech demo on the dev site where we got about I think 10 to 20 people operating the DMR, and it was a fun experience. I mean, we tried doing the entire night shift, which is about 2 hours in real time. And for what we did do, it was pretty
You
fun.
had a DMR operation session, and you didn't invite me.
I was on vacation. I don't plan things like that. It just kind of happened. I mean, we literally just joined the dev site and we're like, why don't we try it? And that's kind of what we did. I mean, it was buggy. Let me say it was buggy.
Oh
so
yeah, we only had
still-
to regen the server like 4 times.
But if you ever have a DMR operation session again, you're inviting Kaiser.
I will invite Dr.
Can't
Kaiser.
have
I
a
will
night
make sure of
shift
that.
without the reactor ops director.
But she isn't supposed to be there. She's supposed to weasel herself out, isn't she?
Yeah, I think so.
Big break failure.
We'll see. Who said
mean,
that?
For CDM.
Like for training, like she would be in the training video.
Oh yeah.
Hey,
she
why
would
are my
be.
brakes loose?
Hey, I don't feel the brakes anymore. What's the car?
Where did my brakes go?
That cliff's getting awfully close now.
Come on, brakes.
Oh, my brakes don't work. Guess
Anyways,
why.
what were you talking about? Well,
Right. So yeah, we'll have videos and text documents covering how to operate the entire DMR. But we also hope to train QDF as to how to operate the DMR because we do have some that currently don't, which is shocking. I mean, if you know
Really
Dark, she's also QDF. She does not know how to operate the DMR. Hurrah does not know how to operate the DMR.
Wait,
So you
seriously?
can only imagine. You can only imagine the
I
nightmare.
don't know how to
that's gonna
operate
be.
it either.
You can only imagine the nightmare that's going to be once the mega update drops, because that's going to be a genuine, and I mean genuine nightmare. So we hope to train as many people as we can. We'll maybe we'll have like actual RSVP training sessions, but we'll
And
have
I
to figure it
will
out.
gladly help with
But
those.
just have
Who
guidelines.
better train future reactor ops staff than the Helen Kaiser?
Yes,
barely know
Helene
how
Kaiser, our beloved.
So
Oh,
would that
Dr.
mean-
Kaiser, then I would love to speak to you after and get that situated for QDF.
Yes.
Consider it done.
Would that mean that CMP would have to know how the reactor operates?
Well, like I said, the video and text documents will cover everything about all the changes to the DMR. I mean, it's like turbines actually matter now. What the power input is for power lasers and the thermal temperature or the thermal power of the DMR matters for the turbine output. And it's a lot. It's going to be a lot. I wouldn't want to really spoil it that much, but I guess if you've been watching the dev streams that I used to do last month, then you would have some idea. But
2 more.
Q&A time, or you got more
let
to
me
say?
say that there is currently no release date for the mega update. We're still working on a lot of different things, and development
Some
might slow
things
down.
Are simply worth the wait.
Let me put it this way: is that some of us are going to be returning to school soon. I mean, I'm studying college next week, so development may slow down. But the hope is to have it released by somewhere in September. I can't say when in December. I can't say early, mid, or late, but we do hope to get the mega update no later than September. Moment.
Aren't good
Uh,
with saying soon, TM.
Yeah, so we are going to wrap up development for the mega update. So we hope to have it somewhere by September.
That all?
So that's the hope. So I guess there you go. That's your official estimation of when the mega update
Hello?
in December. I mean,
I think he's having one of his California scheduled brownouts.
What?
Ah.
Wait, what?
Any second now.
Wait for
What?
that disconnect.
What?
See?
Huh?
Red! No, wait. That's blood.
Oh, yeah, there he goes.
What is going on?
I'm
Okay.
confused,
Okay, can you hear me?
thinking.
Lose
Oh,
McCarthy?
because it wasn't.
Probably.
Okay, I don't know what happened there, but when did I cut off?
That's
We
a
don't
good
know.
question.
Right after the.
I think you ended a sentence and then you just never started again, and we were like, "Wait,
Almost
was that
weren't
it?"
listening.
Do you start a
Okay,
mega update or
right.
something?
So I don't know if I've said this before I cut off, but yes, the official estimation of when the mega update is going to drop is somewhere in September. So no later than September. That's the hope. Keyword hope. It might go further than September, but if things go well and development stays on the current course that it is in terms of bugs, feature implementation and testing and whatnot, then we do hope to have it released by no later than September. We are going to undergo revamping the data store system with the drop of Data Store V2. We also do hope to revamp other stuff and make the game generally more streamlined. The hope with the mega update is to take the game out of the beta phase, as Qserv has been in open beta for 2 years now, really. We never really finished the game, and so we really hope that the mega update can finish the game in the sense that it can sustain itself until SNL releases. So, yeah, that's our current plans. So to wrap up,
Sustain itself until SNL releases. That's a rather long time to expect the DMR to not explode.
Like I said, I'm very, very thankful to have you all on this journey. It's been very astonishing to be a part of, and I'm really, really glad to be at the forefront of it all. I just want to give my thanks to the administration members. You guys are amazing, especially one in particular. You know who you are. And I want to thank QDF for their hard work. I mean, what they do with their organization is impressive. Reaper, Hurrah, and Era do a really good job of leading the department, and I wouldn't have it any other way. I also want to thank the other community members for all the work they've done and all the contributions they made to the community. They've really defined what quantum is. I know I like to joke around and talk about how QSP is full of degenerates and everything, but all that aside, all the the mess that is QSP, I'm still really honored to be able to have you all here with us and really just stick along for the journey. So, yeah, that's it for me. We'll be opening up for a Q&A now, I guess. So if you have any questions, please do say them. Yeah, we'll just go Q&A. Okay, thanks.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go.
So I'll start. Oh God, the
No, you're gonna. Alright,
Okay,
stop.
alright,
You're gonna break
this
the
is what we're
chat.
gonna do. This is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna open up a Q&A channel in QSP, so you can ask your questions there because this is too much of a mess to do in Roblox. So
You could just do
We can't do half and
the
half.
raise hands thing.
all right. So you can put your questions in QA.
Oh, no.
It's in the general comms category, and I'll try to answer them.
If it's
Or let
reactor
other people answer them if they want to do that.
at me,
That's
and
fine.
I'll
What
say
if we did it half and half? Some questions on the Discord and some in the game, so it doesn't
Okay.
get clogged.
So
It's not a bad
I'll start with
idea.
the first question from Elevator. Designing QSERF was sporadic and at best. We had no plans in terms of how we wanted to lay out the facility. We literally went with just, if it works and it looks good, that's good. I mean, but then again, that does appeal to the whole idea that QSERF is a maze, and that is, I guess, sort of primitive in the idea that it was just meant to be a facility that fosters the DMR and Epsilon 8 operations, which is a really heavy lore thing. From Loopy Tink, the merch store, we are not sure. The last guy that did manage it was the Firepaw. If some of you remember him, he was fired. So, but maybe in the future we can get someone to operate the merch store. From Creative Force, so well, we are trying to do that. We are supporting currently 2 groups right now. I don't know how to pronounce the first one, but we are currently supporting Athena Laboratories and also Nucleonarium, Nucleonarium, and also Thai Inc. Those are currently 3 groups we are supporting. I do suggest to check them all out, but yeah. So,
I thought it was out.
To be part of our group ally, you have to demonstrate originality and also demonstrate what it means to be a small group in a sea of millions of other groups. Bridge Codex that's coming in the mega
Speaking
update.
of groups, Wild, may I interrupt for a
So
moment?
the Warhead, that was That was built in part as just an administrative thing to do, to blow up the facility. It's like a self-destruct. But
Yeah,
as
I
time
think,
went on, we did add more lore behind the warhead. So the current lore behind the warhead is that it's supposed to destroy the facility in the event of a leakage of Epsilon 8 materials or research documents or anything else relating to Epsilon 8. And so Epsilon 8 in lore is this biological testing division, which does a whole
Very
range of
classified
biological
stuff.
tests ranging from, well, I'm not going to get into it, but I do suggest trying to look into it yourself. So the idea is if there is supposed to be any sort of leakage, the warhead is supposed to destroy the facility, as Epsilon 8 is right above the warhead. Oh, phone call, hold on. Okay. So, yeah, the labs will also not be making a return. That's final. When we did have the labs, they were not used. And they were also very lacking. And the ones that were used were also buggy. So it's a shame, really, but yeah. The first concept of QSERF was, Portal 2, obviously. I've always, ever since I first played Portal 2 in 2015, I've always adored the concept of huge abandoned facilities in the sense of old aperture, abandoned aperture, 1960s, 1970s, 80s, so forth. And so when we were starting to build QSERF in 2019, we had gathered ideas from Portal Repercussions, Portal Desolation, and a few other mods. But we also had in mind the original Portal 2 game. Let's see. So future plans for QS and QSERF SNL. So, okay. Future plans for quantum science. Really, the idea is to just finish the mega update, and start SNL development as soon as possible. There won't be there is a day and night cycle in QSERF in the sense that you will be able to do the night shift, which is 2 hours of in-game time, but I think it's an 8-hour shift in-game. But obviously, like I said, it is 2 hours in real time. So you will start the night shifts at 10 o'clock, and it does end at 6 in the morning, and there will be an ending for that. So the elevator music on Roblox, just find a uncopy locked version of QSERF and just look at the elevators. Menu for Morse? No. The DMR, okay. So the original model of the DMR was first made in 2017, very late 2017. At the time, I couldn't build that well, so what I did was go with the sphere design and go with the 6 power laser configuration, with the 2 on top, 2 on each side, and yeah, we really kept the same model ever since. We've obviously added more to the DMR model. There's catwalks, there's coolant pumps on it on the mega update. There's also the fuel cell receptacles. There's also the elevator that goes down there. But yeah, really the base model of the DMR has been in use since 2017.
What?
After the mega update, we don't really plan on updating the game anymore in terms of content additions. But we do hope to do bug fixes and other, general maintenance. Will the DMR be a behind a point? Okay, so for SNL, what we're going to do is tone back the importance of the DMR. So we want players to do more than just stand around and just wait for the DMR to explode. There's going to be labs. It's going to have an abundance of lots of other things to do. So I won't really spoil what we have in store, but it's gonna be a lot. So for SNL's endings, we're not sure yet. That's still in the planning phase. So that's still up for grabs. So the Raider Game Pass is expensive, obviously, as we do not want people to just go around shooting an overwhelming QDF, as we do try to regulate the amount of QDF we have based on how many Raiders there are. What would you say? I think it was persistence. I was persistent all the way through. I mean, there were times I wanted to give up, yeah, but I kept pushing through despite everything that got thrown at us. I mean, if for the community members that have been here for a long time, you can just count the amount of times quantum has just imploded on itself and just come back like a phoenix from the ashes, I suppose, to make that cheesy.
An
But I guess
adjacent
some of it
Phoenix?
is luck as well.
Oh, gosh.
But I think a lot of it is determination and just sheer persistence. So, Scoops and Beast person, Qserv? I don't know. I'm just gonna say a lot. So there won't be a sunrise in Qserv. Yeah, it's Scepter aesthetically already was brought up with the appearance. I think Charter is sown, and once the mega update does release, you'll be able to witness what I mean when I say Charter is sown. It is the newest addition to the facility, but I think it's just the best looking. So it's remastered eventually soon. Okay, so what we have in store is after the mega update, we're going to go on with SNL. Once we're done with SNL, we'd like to go on with MNGS, which is the McCarthy Nuclear Generation Station. That is going to, the McCarthy Nuclear Generation Station, or MNGS for short, is going to be the most complex game we ever make. It is going to be the full, most accurate as possible simulation of a nuclear reactor, particularly a boiling water reactor, BWR. So that will
all
be
of you that
our
have watched
attempt
China
of that.
Syndrome too much can have
is
your
also
fun.
aspiring, or GMHS2, which is one of our other developers, is aspiring to be a nuclear physicist. So the two of us will both work together on that game. So that will come after SNL. After MNGS, I'd love to work on a QSERF remaster to really get the full scope of how the DMR works. Every control would work, and like I originally promised was QSML 3, which, you know, as you know, is long canceled by now, or rebranded under the name of SNL. Let me see. So VA tryout results will be announced publicly once we do finish the phase 1 tryouts. So for the boxcar elevators, they do not move; they just teleport around. For the orange and for the elevators that you can see out of, they actually do move. But the rest of the elevators, the boxcar elevators, they do not move; they do get teleported. Let's see. Raiders will. I'm not sure if they will get suppressed weapons. I would have to check the inventory. But there's really no use in having suppressed weapons, as a suppressor in real life is not as quiet as you think it is. Or because there are video games that make suppressors seem like, oh, guns are actually really quiet. But if you were to actually fire a gun in real life with a suppressor, it's not that quiet. So I don't really see the appeal of having one in game.
What if it's really quiet?
I'm not sure yet. That's still up for grabs. I will keep that in mind though for future reference. So for the question was, since there is a surface in QSERF now, the question was, will the reactor containment vessel warp or have some visible damage when the DMR implodes? I'm not sure yet, but I will keep that in mind for future reference if we do have time to add that to the update. So someone asked if SNL's reactor will be more interactive. No, it will not. It will be simple to operate because we do want to keep in mind the other features in game, and we also want to make it appealing to players that just want to check it out and who are not so, or as Elsa said, who are not nuclear minded. So the reactor will be more simple to operate, but it will have completely digital controls. And I say digital in the aspect that it'll be controllable by computer screens instead of physical controls. It'll also have its own sort of assisted operations, which will be a game mechanic come later on. Will there be more weapons? Yes. We do plan on adding a lot more weapons for the mega update. And so the ones you may have seen as of right now are the ones we do plan on adding. So, let me see.
Wild, if I may jump in a moment between questions.
So the question is, will the DMR and QSERF be able to be operable by one person in the mega update? Yes. If you're skilled enough to do it, yes. But if you're just a regular player, you will not be able to do it yourself. Yeah, there is a lot of things that are going to come with the mega update, and it does require teamwork if you want to do a preserved ending. But I think if you were to play your cards right, yeah, you could operate it by yourself. So another question, I remember hearing about the lore being rewritten. What happened to that? That's currently going slow because I have a lot of other different priorities in mind, but I will try to have Elsa and GT help with rewriting the lore. Or not rewriting, but writing down the currently up to canon lore. So what do you call your group quantum science? Well, I'm not sure. Just did. Turbine sector more use. Yes. So turbines will actually be will have a bigger purpose in the sense that they will provide power to the facility, and you will also have to provide power order requests. So maintain RPM or provide a certain thermal power, which we're going to figure out eventually. They will also operate according to the efficiency of the power lasers, what power level they're set on, and the thermal power of the actual DMR. Let's see. Could you add NPCs, example, zombie or abomination? No, those are coming to us now. But, however, one question: do you intend to name the dark matter reactor? Blah 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 blah. When we first named the dark matter reactor, I think it was in late 2017 when we first built it. We were just looking for a name that sounded cool. That's it. That's literally it. It's just a fusion reactor that we wanted to call the dark matter reactor because it sounded cool. So.
And then
yeah.
lore happened.
My favorite ending in QSERF, I'd have to say. That's a hard one.
Warhead, my beloved.
Well, that depends. Current or future QSERF?
Well, I guess future. That would encompass future QSERF. But I guess my favorite ending would have to be the. I think it's the bad blast shelter ending. Because it does come to show how corrupt the security that the security station there were, that they were trying to keep.
Which bunker ending?
The bad one, the one where you die.
Oh, okay.
The one where Chief Security Officer Kevin Brown shoots you.
Yes.
Yeah, I like that one because it does expand on the lore in the sense that there was someone who knew too much about the DMR and they had to be silenced because they knew the DMR, the first generation DMR, which was the prototype, was too unstable to operate. So will we have labs in SNL? Yes, there will be a lot of labs. We're still working on what specifically, but it's gonna be a lot. There's a lot in store for SNL. That's just really all I can say without spoiling it. Will the DMR be more complex if the mega update is released? Yes. When new QQC members for more fun? I'm not sure. How many teams work in SNL? We're still planning that. And so when will QSSD be accepting suggestions? It's whenever really when we see a good suggestion. We do have a lineup of suggestions that we might implement for QSERF for the mega update. Oh, excuse me. But yeah, really, we base the picking of suggestions based on 1, are they lore friendly? 2, do they fit the aesthetic of the game? 3, are they not outlandish? So we have picked a few suggestions. We can split the future Gen DMR. Also, what's inside the first Gen DMR? Okay. So with the first Gen DMR is just one giant combustion chamber. Think of it that way. Whereas the DMR2, the combustion chamber is within an inner shell, which is, think of it as 2 layers. Think of the DMR as having 2 layers: the outer shell and then the combustion chamber. Whereas the first prototype of the DMR only has the combustion chamber. There's no layer outside of that.
It gets white hot.
Other than,
it's
the
the chamber
atmosphere of
itself.
the core chamber. Could you add a rule for QDF? No. That's not happening. If you are friendly raiders, you are stupid. I'm sorry, but you are stupid. Raiders will kill on site. Yes, raiders are kill on site. So that is the point. If you are a friendly raider, then you should not be on the raiders team. Simple as that.
point of being
Oh,
Raider
sorry.
if you're not going to shoot anyone? Like-
Has anything changed for the Raider team apart from the Warhead? Well, there are
he
going to
says
be.
that now, and someone's still gonna complain later down the road.
Well, they can complain. They're idiots. They'll get laughed at by QSB. We'll laugh them out of the server. Anyways, has anything changed for the Raider team apart from the Warhead? We do have some additional mechanics in store for the Mega Update for Raiders. There will be sabotage mechanics, and there will also be grab and run mechanics in the sense that you can grab classified documents and classified information and escape with them when the facility is melting down, which will, I guess,
Did I
classify as
hear
the heist.
sabotage?
The new game will variables such as temperature, coolant flow, and other physical units be more to the change side instead of linear size. So we really control, for instance, temperature acceleration instead of temperature itself. Yes. So the Mega Update will make temperature or will make basically. Okay, let me put it simply. Nothing in the DMR except the relief valves will be linear. There will be codependent variables. Everything will be codependent on everything else. There will be no such thing as linearity in the DMR come the Mega Update. We add other languages to the game, such as Russian.
It's a lot
We
more
do not have
complex,
translators,
and things
and I don't
depend on
think our
other
team is
things.
capable of currently with how the game is coded, having translation into other languages. So, what are your plans after SNL? That's MNGS. Let me see. So what were some things that were planned for Qserv, if any, that were eventually canceled / cut from the game? We did have there was a lot of cut content from the game. If you remember from
CO3,
2019,
the
we did
labs.
have the CL3 route, and we also did cut the labs. We were eventually at one point we did think of adding Epsilon 8 labs, but that was canceled, as we figured we'd give it to be an ambiguous thing, so you can just so you don't really. Well, then again, we can't add Epsilon 8 to the Qserv because it would not be TOS friendly. So you can just think about
If
what that
anyone
means.
here is familiar with the SCP Foundation
where
and
did
how
you get
dark
the idea
they
of
get,
using dark matter for energy production? How much science is behind the DMR? So think of the DMR on its face as an inertia confinement fusion reactor, which uses lasers for high-powered lasers for compressing fuel and making a fusion reaction. So what we did for the DMR, as currently there are no real-life commercial applications of fusion in the sense of power generation, what we did was use quote-unquote dark matter as a sort of loophole to the whole myth of cold fusion, which the myth of cold fusion is where there was this group of scientists that claimed that they had achieved fusion at a cold temperature, which is physically impossible. So what we did was we utilized dark matter as a sort of loophole behind that. So is there an outside to SNL? Yes. Was planned after SNL? Yes. Will Project Kronos make a comeback in SNL? No. Any chance for the old merch to come back on sale? It depends on what happens. Will Qserv have surface? Yes. Okay. Yes, it will. You cannot explore the surface, but you can see the outside and ignore my cats in the background.
Great cat.
Part count, script count, no. Why do the auto announcement systems sound modern but not like Sam? I'm not gonna answer that. Will
I can
Kitty
answer that one.
in their semi-robotic quiet way, or will it be more lifelike? Bruh. Okay, well the newest version of Qsdf on topic. No. Are there any funny comments in the scripts of Qsdf like Tube's source code had? Yes. You can see there's a lot of pain and suffering in our scripting. Will our items still be there in the Mega Update? Yes. Is ZR ever coming to QSERF or SNL? No. Is I like pushing buttons an acceptable reason for triggering the detonation of the DMR? Yes. I mean, players are allowed to blow up the DMR. Why wouldn't they be? The idea of the game is to explore it. If you want to preserve it, then I guess the majority of the server has to agree with that. Otherwise, you just get your own VIP server. Oh, Hazard CZ made a good point. Yeah, it's just professionalism. I mean, QDF is meant to be an organized group of security personnel.
Yeah, can I interject on that real quick?
Go ahead.
Yeah, so as of late, I have actually been easing restrictions on that, but you may still notice that QDF still don't talk a lot. So honestly, at this point, it's
Think
becoming
of them honestly like the Queen's Guard.
yeah, it's becoming not so much that they have to, but that they like to. So just think about that.
My cats are nailing nonstop. Okay, well, moving on. Do you have any ideas for what the new employee tasks will be? No, I'm still playing those out, but I do have some in mind as of right now, but I won't spoil it. So how much will the super heavy weapons Game Pass cost? That's still up for debate. The range currently is twice the amount of heavy heavy Raiders Game Pass. So we're talking about likely 8,000 to 10,000, considering the amount of weapons you're going to have. We are getting miniguns out for one, so I mean, it's going to be pricey because it does give you a high advantage over QDF. So SNL will not be like Sky's version of QSML. That version was unofficial, and that version was also banned from Quantum because that is a ripoff of what we currently have in store. It also was also banned because it rips off our assets and uses them without our permission. So that's why we did not support the Sky's version of QSML. So what do you think of a weekend basis or frequent ping a certain role to join and check for that game what we believe is cool and that is not game night? I'm not sure. I mean, if you'd like to try and promote your group, you can always try and DM me with a proposal. I'm always open to that. And if I feel that it does meet our standards, then we can go from there. So where is Qserv located? It's located in Madison, Connecticut. That's it. So which weapons have we had in the heavy weapons updated? Okay, so I suggest to look at our Trello. We do have the Trello posted in the Quantum Structural Science team server. You can see which weapons specifically we're adding. We're adding a lot of more weapons. So, yeah.
Question, Wild.
Give me a second. Okay, I know what it was. Okay. Will the new update move away from the awesome Portal 2 aesthetic? No. Why is the QDS so secret? Because professionalism. What is Peter Griffin doing in a Lake in the QSML game? Okay, like I said, QSML is one of our old canceled games. We did not continue development of it as Qserv took priority. Any people that claim to be developing QSML 3 are not official and are not supported by Quantum. So let me make that clear. We are continuing QSML 3 in the sense that it is named Sitka National Laboratory. That is the official continuation of QSML 3. Any others that claim to be doing so are not official. So keep that in mind. So let me see. After the mega update, how hard or easy will it be for the preservation ending to be completed? If there's someone messing up with the controls and know what he is doing, can, for example, a single security manage to save the core? Well, I'd say it depends on what the server vote is, but it is going to be difficult as there are going to be a lot of different variables in play. There will be events that happen in the game that may disrupt the preservation ending in the sense that might be an earthquake or that causes a turbine trip, or the warhead might be primed. Really, it's up to QDF to get the server majority opinion and go from there. But if you'd like to do the preservation ending on your own, you can always just get a VIP server. So what gave you the idea to make Qserv? So back in 2015, when I first played Portal 2, I adored the aesthetic of the old Aperture of 60s, 70s, 80s, and so forth. And so I always adored the whole, abandoned, industrial-esque aesthetic. And so I always wanted to make a game like that. My first attempt at making a game like that was with QSML, the original QSML, which was the one with the floating ball reactor, as some of you might remember from 2017. But I wasn't pleased with that because I wanted something better. So come 2019, come 2017, when we first started developing QSML2, we tried to apply that Portal 2 aesthetic again, but we couldn't do it. So we tried again with QSERF in 2019, once we actually had the ability to build it. Okay. Let me see. Q, question. Do you think when glass breaks in QSERF, some non-animated items can fly out? Not sure. Will there be more hidden Easter eggs in the mega update? No. Who is Administrator Phalanx? Phalanx is not canon. He is being removed come mega update. It was only the current warhead endings were only supposed to be temporary, so that's why Administrator Phalanx is not canon. Will there be badges for being the creator administration? No. I've always despised those sorts of badges because I think it promotes ego, and one of my operating styles for Quantum is we're just community members but with administrative powers. The one thing I did not like about Pinewood back in the day, and this was not Diddleshot's fault, let me clarify. If you guys remember pre-Hype Tech, Wolfanon or Wolfmocked, and those other administrators that followed him to Hype Tech, I always thought they were very condescending to the community members, and that was something when I was managing Quantum that I strived to prevent. Current Pinewood is fine. Let me clarify that. So once SNL is released, will updates on QSERF resume? No. What are the control stations? The control stations are supposed to be like some little offices or little research outposts. They're just meant to be there, I guess, in a sense. Will we get our 2019 Christmas items back? No. I'm sorry, but no. Okay, but here's the caveat. We'll probably reintroduce them come 2021 Christmas. Maybe. Tree and I still have to figure out what we want to do for the Christmas 2021 Christmas event. So, yeah. What will the shift monitor display? The shift monitor will display the current status of the night shift. It'll display what your current tier level is, as the night shift will be tiered in the aspect that there will be tier 1, tier 2, tier 3. Whichever tier you get depends on how many points you get, how well you operate the facility, and whatnot. Will there be a little radiation effects in cameras close to the DMR? No. What will the labs be like? I won't spoil that. Let's see. Were the Raiders inspired by the Chaos Insurgency from SCP? No. They were inspired by all we wanted to do was just add a combat mechanic. So QSDF back then, which predates QDF, could have something to do so it would actually be able to operate with some, operational capacity. So we added Raiders, we added combat, mostly for that sole purpose. But as time did go on, we did add the lore that, if you guys know, the Kleiner Oil Group, which is an official US affiliated group. In lore, it's supposed to be a shell corporation, which is trying to demise the demise of Qserv, in the sense of trying to blow it up or trying to expose that it's too unsafe or yada yada yada. Could be true because chaos should be blah 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 blah. Can we do a login where you are signed into control room? No. The camera's still broken. We're currently fixing those in a mega update. They were fixed at one point, but I broke them again. Why is there a screen next to the DMR where you can insert / remove empty fuel cells? What is it doing? What? I'm confused, so I'm not going to answer that.
Is he talking about the fuel cell things that you put in the DMR?
I don't know. But what was CO03? Okay, CO03 was it was the Charlie 7 route to take to the DMR, to the ventilation annex. It basically had its own pump station. It had its own seal, stuff like that. It was removed because it just really served no purpose other than just bloating the game. Let me see. In case translations is at one point or at some point supported, what languages do you plan on adding first? We plan on adding Spanish. We plan on adding French, probably Russian. I'm not sure. It really depends on what translators we have available at the time. Will there be any new bunker/charters endings in Turn Mega Update? Yes and no. There won't be any new bunker endings, but there might be a new ending for the Warhead if you're up in Tartarus. That might not happen, but it's currently up for grabs. So are the bunker endings random? Yes, they're completely random. It's a 50-50 chance of getting the good ending or the bad ending. So ignoring the obvious lack of a release date, would we be on for a grand opening stream when the mega update comes out? That's a good question. I haven't actually thought of that. Maybe. If you were given a chance, will you spearhead the development of a standalone Qserv game and release it on a platform like Steam? No. We do not have the development capability to split off from Roblox, and I personally do not have the time to learn the learning curve that is Unity or Unreal Engine. I do not seek to pursue game development as a career. I'm just doing it as a hobby. So if it were to go onto Steam, it would have to be done without me. So is there going to be an economy, an item shop, an SNL? Yes. Will the Christmas version of Qserv be playable again, like how Qserv Classic is playable? I could make it. Why does the bot look like the Star Trek logo? That is not our bot. I don't even know why I answered that.
Just so you know, we are not doing Mariah Carey. I swear, if you do that, I will throw hands.
Everyone here hates Mariah Carey. Don't worry about that. In December, I just hear "All I Want for Christmas."
That's the only fucking song that's on the radio in December.
It's fitting.
24/7. No, that song has been on the malls.
Hilarious
When you hear
that the ending of the
You're
song
not
occurred
doing
right as
Mariah
the DMR
Carey.
exploded.
Mariah Carey.
Gentlemen,
everybody's
order in the
pissed off.
courtroom.
Order in the courtroom. Okay, let me ask some questions. If Mariah Carey will come back, that's a maybe.
No.
A hard maybe.
No.
Please.
No, the answer should be
What would you say is the
Mariah
mass of the
Carey.
black hole when the DMR implodes? It's infinite. It's infinite. That's all I can say. It's just infinite. Basically, that's what a black hole is. It just has almost infinite mass. That's how it works. Okay, this is a stupid question. It will be first for being a VIP server owner.
You're thinking almost infinite density.
Same thing. I'm dumb. Okay. All right. So VIP perks for server owners. There are some that we have included. Like the Warhead does not have a timer, so you can immediately detonate that if you wish. That's really all we had planned. At one point, we did think of adding an admin panel, but due to the complexity of Qserv, that's not going to happen. We do plan to keep that in mind for SNL, though, as the game will be not as complex. Okay. Could the DMR stall during a meltdown? No. Will it be lore events? I'm not sure. It was mentioned that the turbines are going to be more important, and the game is adding a lot of new mechanics. Will their turbines' efficiency be based on the core's temperature? On boiler reason. If the core is not hot enough, will it be possible for the primary grid breaker to trip due to the fact? Yes. So if say, for example, the DMR were to experience a combustion stall, the turbines would not be able to operate at full capacity. Therefore, they would not be providing sufficient power for the facility. So you would lose power if you did not have the generators online at that time. So it does give you a 30-second window as soon as it does enter combustion stall territory. It gives you 30 seconds to kick on the generators before it does stall if you do not get it above its threshold. So the turbines, they're not going to be solely based on the thermal power of the DMR. They're also going to be based on the thermal out or the power laser level for the power lasers, and also the efficiency of the power lasers. I want you to keep in mind that the power lasers are in essence low yield fission reactors, each power laser. So they also do provide power to the turbines alongside the actual DMR's thermal power. So it would be nice if the keys that turn on the reactor, those that turn on maintenance, and those shutdowns start to enable off taking start the processes. Well, we don't do that for a multitude of reasons. That was planned initially for the predecessor of the SNL, JNL, but we are not going for that idea for the sake of convenience. During the Third War, people using super heavy weapon arsenal would get a lot of health. So is this going to be future with super heavy? No. We only did that as juggernauts to balance the playing field, as we do not have the actual weapons implemented yet. Will there be any changes to DMR's meltdown phase? No. Not anything major, at least. There probably will be a few aesthetic changes, but not looking much. So how did the Peter Griffin water beater joke start? It really started from just inserting a Peter Griffin model into one of the lakes in Qserv, and it just kind of manifested from there.
Hey, Peter.
So how did QSI start? B-Man Games, which is the original founder, alongside me, we both co-founded QS. We used to be big Pinewood fanboys, and so we'd always play Pinewood Beta Core and when we get home from school and whatnot. And so we decided, why not make our own group? And we did. So why are there so many heavy blast doors? They make no reason, because if reactor explode, normal people should have acted earlier. So charter store. Hold on, I lost my place. Hold on, it keeps me up a bit.
I can printer.
My place.
Huh.
Shit, where'd it go? Okay, here it is. Okay. So why are there so many more heavy blast doors? They make no reason, because if reactor explode, normal people would have to evac earlier. So charter store is enough, isn't it? So charter store enough, isn't it? Well, yes and no. They're not just blast doors for the sake of the DMR. They're also there for security reasons to prevent. In lore, they are meant to be security doors, so they do prevent unauthorized personnel from entering certain sectors, like the control room.
Basically locking down small areas. Yes.
So, do you plan to revamp or add new hats or decor to your PDF arsenal? Those funky mall cop hats and the outdated PSA GT? No. We do plan to add more hats come SNL, though. Is there something in the control room stations? If yes, if what? There's nothing. The only control station that has an interior is the admin spawn, which is very basic. It only has a admin spawn, tool giver, and that's it. Let's see. What's the point of having to close the blast doors if the DMR will explode anyways? Security. If security wants to lock out raiders from certain areas for a small amount of time, they can lock down those areas. So what has caused Qsdf to split into QDF? It's a long story, but the director of Qsdf, which was the person to found Qsdf as a whole and bring it to operational capacity, did not want to give up the group, and as he felt that he spent a lot of time and money getting the group to operational capacity, so therefore Qsdf would go rogue and go off to be its own its own little splinter group. So it is not official anymore. So therefore QDF was made, which was founded by Aramzor, which is a retired admin, and is currently head by Erasto and Hurrah. So why did you make Ocean so important? We didn't. It's just a joke. People made it a joke, and they really squeezed the shit out of the joke. Okay, do you still stream on Twitch? Yes, from time to time, yes. I mean, now that I'm back home, I was in Massachusetts for 2 weeks, but now that I'm back home, I'll probably continue doing dev streams when I can. In Qserv, employees evacuate to the Tartarus Zone. Will there be a Tartarus Zone equivalent in SNL, or will evacuation be handled differently? I'm not sure yet, but we'll think of something, because SNL, for what we have in mind, it is going to be subsurface in the sense that it's going to be on the ground, or it's going to be ground level or subsurface. It's not going to be deep underground like Qserv is. So we'll have to. I actually have to consider that. Maybe escape helicopters. I'm not sure. Will the Tartarus ending be visually? Will the Tartarus ending be visually because the surface will be open to access? Right. I'm sorry, I didn't understand that question.
I believe what he was saying, Wild, is you mentioned the surface, so he got the impression that the surface would be accessible.
Will you add German? I could translate, and are you using Blender or other programs to make access to the game? Well, once time does come for SNL to make translations, we could just hit us up. We would appreciate the help. Of course, we will make an announcement once we do reach the time when we could do translations. Yeah. So, why were access items removed? They were never implemented to the data store. That's it. Simple as that. Will the translations be added into SNL? Yes. Will the QSERF theater be making a return? No. What temperature will combustion stall occur at? So I think the current threshold is under 250 Kelvin. If you bring it above 275 Kelvin, you'll exit that threshold. But if you keep it under 250 Kelvin for more than 30 seconds, the reactor will stall. During meltdown, will the turbines overload and break and with the auxiliary grid to use half power? Yes. You'll also have to maintain the turbines because there might be steam leakages or compression failure, or also turbine trips. So maintenance will have that sort of task as part of the overall maintenance of the facility. So yeah, so if the DMR reaches meltdown, the turbines will explode. Simple as that. We cannot handle this amount of steam, pressure that's in them. So if they explode, and that's it. Primary grid is kaput. Let me see. Is there going to be any long sleeve gray QDF uniforms for SNL? Yeah, sure, I can do that. I'm also going to add a jacket variant. As you know, it is in Alaska, so I will add a winter uniform for QDF. Why does the cat so much electrons? For the meme. That's it. Will there be blueprints for the DMR? There are some floating around, but I couldn't point you to the direction where they are in. Is the website with a real life QSI merch ever coming back? I still require a QSI mug. We'd like to bring it back at one point, but it is currently on the back burner as it is not a priority. How much in Western Connecticut was affected by the radiation from Madison Research Center? There was a small radiation leak from the surface, as in lore, the Tartarus door was sealed, but not much was affected. But a small quarantine zone had to be placed around the immediate vicinity of the facility. Will the game have repair events, like fixing control panel that just exploded, some pipe that cracked? Yes. During a dev stream while the door control board was being made, why were storm door switches set closed until the next day until Kaiser's orders? Because remember, in lore, Dr. Kaiser did order a lockdown of the facility, and of course, to abide by those lockdown protocols, certain areas of the facility were locked off. Let me see. One more question. Okay, is this game made to attract idiots who are true, or do all Roblox games that are popular do that by your research? Well, really, I'd say the latter. Really, I guess it depends on the audience or how how appealing a game is to a certain audience. But QSERF is supposed to appeal to those who are, I guess, quote unquote, nuclear minded, in the sense that they want to know how to operate the DMR and whatnot. Have you ever thought of a way for the reactor to have interior? No, it would not have an interior because the entire thing would just be pipes and the actual combustion chamber. Will QDF have more functionality in duties in new games, running checkpoints, or something more optional duties? Yes. I cannot tell you what specifically, but we do have something in mind in the future. Will the game have QDF control lockdown doors? Yes. And if so, how many? I think there's currently 12 lockdown doors with the addition of other overrideable doors. Let me think. But yeah, will have about 11 to 12 lockdown doors that they can control and override at any time. If there's a certain amount of QDF present, raiders will also be able to override the lockdown for a short amount of time. What are the chances of you talking on dev streams in the future? I'm not sure. I don't like to talk on my dev streams as I like to enjoy my music. So that's why, as I work best when I'm listening to music. So at the end, can you all devs line up so I can take a picture for the thumbnail for my YouTube video that I am doing about this place? Yeah, sure. You can do a picture. Why did you choose for MSU to be located in Madison, Connecticut? That was another random thing. We chose Connecticut by random. Initially, Qserv was located in Western New Haven County in Connecticut, but we did change it to Madison as we did not want the facility to be too close to a heavy urban population. Could emergency vehicles like ambulances and QTF security guard be visible from the visitor center? No. Will there be added like full RP group? No. If you do make a QSERF remaster, will maybe be possible to make the surface accessible, and can we see the Tartarus delivery truck drive past the visitor center? Yes. But like I said, a QSERF remaster is so far into the future. There's a great likelihood it might not happen. But if I do find the time, I'd love to make it happen. So will the lockdown drill happen during the night shift? Yes. I actually have to implement that into the night shift thing. So thanks for reminding me. What is the extent of the damage caused by the implosion of the gravitational anomaly? Since by the looks of it, it would have realistically have a devastating effect on the surface if a black hole of that size was about to implode. Well, okay, think of a black hole. When it implodes, it releases all the mass that it consumed from the singularity. So it did consume the entire DMR and all of its fuel content. So it would have about the equivalent of about, give or take, 5 megatons, 5 megaton yield.
That's pretty light considering it also ate all the lasers.
Well,
In all seriousness, without plot armor, it would probably have more like a 5,000 megaton yield blast.
It would be much more powerful if it weren't for the
plot armor.
Yes, because we don't want the facility or for the DMR to literally wipe Connecticut off the map, as Quantum would have never been able to exist after that in lore. There's going to be some. Is there? Oh, I missed this question. That's answering a different question. Okay, is there going to be added something like Reactor Ops team? No. At the end. Oh wait, Sky already said that. Is there a specific reason for not making Qsdf later pass transferred over SNL? Profit. That's it. We need our money. And I don't say that in the greedy aspect, but because we
not only that, but what games do you know of where a completely different game is made? Like, look at games on Steam. If you buy one game, you buy a DLC for it. They release another game, you're not going to have another DLC from that game. You're going to have to buy the DLC from that game too.
Yeah, but as well as that we have to find a way to also pay our administrators and developers, as we do pay our administrators and developers. So that is one point, but Reaper's point is also spot on as well. We'll have more access cards, for example, a card for certified maintenance personnel. No, I'm going to take a group photo, I guess. What will happen to the area around the facility if Tartarus door is sealed? Will the area just become irradiated? Yes and no. There will be cracks in the ground, obviously, that allows for radiation to seep through. But let's just say if Tartarus door was not sealed in lore, half of Connecticut would probably been wiped off the map. So, yeah. Is it possible to get a QSERF showcase with all the laggy and extra details in there? No. At this state, we have no QSERF. We have no version of QSERF ready for that. So what is planned for QBC, which is, for people who don't know, the Quantum Broadcasting Corporation. Enigma is currently setting it up as we speak. That is something that we have planned to launch in the near future. So, yeah. It's going to likely stay private, though, invite only. But we do plan on doing something with it in the future. Would there might be, ambient sounds for areas that have lakes, like lake sounds. I could work on sound design a bit in Qserv. Thanks for actually mentioning that. I'll keep that in mind for the future. Will there be any sort of compensation for people buying the super heavy weapons pass who have already bought the Raider/heavy weapons passes? Yes. So if you have all 3 passes, we will throw in a few extra weapons, very exclusive weapons for you. Let me actually check what weapons exactly. Okay, let me see. I don't have the tier list right now, but yes, to answer your question, yes, there will be there will be compensation for those who own all 3 passes. So what gave the idea for combat teams? Well, it was, like I mentioned earlier, it was to add operational capacity for QSDF, so they weren't just sitting around doing actually nothing. So that's kind of how it manifested from there. How strong was Implosion? Because during Charter's extending, employees talk about how heavy shockwave that rescue teams of the bunkers arrive in next 2-3 hours to the explosion, so it's hard to get to the bunker if it's got stuck in ruins. Well, like Reaper said, there is a lot of plot armor revolving around the explosive yield of the GMR. It's obviously much lower, as we didn't want the entire state of Connecticut to be blown off the map. But there's also the factor that, that's just it. There's a lot of plot armor that prevents us from having the explosion be as powerful as it likely would be from a near infinite dense object imploding on itself and going boom boom. So, yeah. Will the game have more ways to keep the reactor from exploding, like flood the reactor room? Yes, sort of. I mean, you will have the relief valves, obviously. You will have the coolant. But we are also adding the emergency fire suppression system, which acts, as the name suggests, fire suppression. Yeah, so that will be the new way to do that. It kind of floods the reactor with water, in a sense, but yeah. So, what part of QSERF was heavily destroyed based on the entire facility? Will there be a collapsed core containment vessel during meltdown if you can get right view of the vessel at topside? That is a good question. Yes, I'd like to say yes. I'd like to have that because that would be a cool visual effect to witness. So, yeah. I will be wrapping up the Q&A portion momentarily. So if you have any more questions that you would like to be answered, please do say so now. We'll be ending this in 5 minutes.
When do we get the free food?
Yeah.
Only rifle.
There's there.
Only rifle.
Our favorite protogen.
Wow.
I've been here this whole time.
Wow.
Okay, let's see. I suppose it's plot armor, but how can sub-level 1 bunker survive the blast being so close to GMR? Well, one of the plot armor. Yeah, one of the plot armor mechanics we imposed was that since it is deep underground, you have all the dirt and everything, all the other soil and other earth that is, surrounding the entirety of the facility. So the idea is that the energy of the blast was, it wasn't as powerful because of all the terrain and everything.
Basically, all the bedrock between the blast and the shelter protected them.
Yes.
In other words, plot armor.
Yes.
Because everything would have been well within the incineration range.
Yep. Okay, so why did you change the warhead from a questionably large ICBM to what appears to be a barrel holding uranium? So the current model of the warhead is based off Castle Bravo, which is, I think, the most powerful bomb we've ever detonated. Or in the United States, I mean, the most powerful would be the Tsar Bomba, which is King Bomb. But yes, the model is based off the Castle Bravo warhead, or quote unquote warhead, because it technically wasn't a warhead; it was just a containment vessel. But we changed it for that because we figured it would be more fitting for considering the placement of sublevel 4, because yeah.
Essentially, where would the silo have come from, and why would we have basically dug a giant hole, lowered the missile down, and then resealed everything off?
Yeah. Okay. So, what is the entire purpose of keeping? Oh, well, the ICDM isn't there anymore, so I'm not going to answer that. In the quantum lore, what was the DMR theorized? What was the DMR? Okay, was the DMR theorized before or after Wilm's accidental invention of the fuel cell? After. Would there be more areas that will be destroyed after the collapse starts? No. What time period / year is SNL? SNL takes place on, I'd say, November 2042. What day exactly? I'm not sure. I'll have to figure it out. Hold on. Give me a second. Okay. Let's see. Will you actually get food from the cafeteria, from the QSERF cafeteria? So yes, you will. We will add prompts to that. We're also adding vending machines to the facility, so you'll be able to get drinks from there. But yes, the QSERF cafeterias will work. Tree is working on adding more food like spaghetti, pizza, tacos, I think, and stuff like that. There's currently, I think, 3 cafeterias in the facility, so all 3 of them will work. To answer your question.
I have a quick question, Director.
What?
So, regarding the food, I know a couple of people have asked this in the past, but will food become accessible to everyone in QSERF?
Yes, you can buy it from the cafeterias.
Alright, thank you.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Let's see. What will happen to the area around QSERF when the DMR detonates while the tower seal is closed? Well, obviously in lore, it didn't cause much damage. It did displace a lot of bedrock, and also radiation did seep from the facility through cracks in the ground, and also through the blown up containment building. But yeah, the damage wasn't as substantial as it would be if there was no plot armor. What else? Oh yeah. Okay, so how damaged would upper Tartarus be if the door was closed and DMR explodes? It would be pretty damaged. There would be a lot of noticeable damage and a lot of faults in the structural integrity of the actual area. But yeah. Let's see. Could I or anyone else, being a native Spanish speaker, potentially be considered for the translation of QSERF / any future game? Yeah. Like I said, we'll announce when we need translators. I mean, I speak Spanish. Dark also speaks Spanish, so we could definitely. I mean, we'll take all the help we can get, in essence. But yeah, once the time does come around to have translators for SNL, we'll put an announcement out to let everyone know. So the first language we'll actually be working on translating is Spanish, as you know, I'm a native Spanish speaker, and Dark is also one. So we'll be doing that first, and I think that from there we'll move on to French, and from there we'll just see what translators we have available at the time.
Just gonna jump in here with 2 questions.
Will there be any more visual damage during the meltdown? I'm not sure. How do you get to the bunker if it is covered in rocks and dirt after the meltdown? That's a good question. I didn't think of that.
Plot armor.
I'd say the facility, there would still be parts of the facility that are still might be structurally damaged, but still enough to go through. I mean, ideally, everyone in sublevel 1 died. That's it. Everyone in the sublevel 1 blast shelter is gone. But the people in lore, the people in Charlie 3 survived. I mean, Charlie 7 survived, but the people in sublevel 1 did not. That's why we have the blast shelter endings, which are good and bad. Will the bunker toilets ever work? I'm not gonna answer that. Do you think quantum will grow more, like exponentially or / slowly more from this point, or do you think it'll stay relatively still as far as members go? Well, I do expect it to go up once the mega update drops, as it does revitalize QSERF in the sense that there's far more to do, and it's far more appealing for players, and it's generally performs much smoother in terms of actual performance. So yeah, and of course I also expect it to go way up with SNL, is that it is going to be our most ambitious game, even more ambitious than in the GS. So let's see. I remember there was an AI plan for JNL, which could also go full GLaDOS mode and flood the facility with neurotoxins or stuff like that. Will that still apply to SNL? Yes. Will there be a presumably rare ending in which the gravitational lasers fail? If yes, what would that entail? Would the DMR just break open upon hitting the chamber floor, or would it explode? If you guys remember from QSML 2, there was an ending, a rare ending, where if you shut down the DMR, the gravitational lasers would fail, the DMR would fall down, tilt over, and then just fall into the floor of the core chamber and it explode. I am thinking of adding that back in, but we'll just have to see for now. What is the point of having moving the lasers during startup? Why can't they just be pointing at the DMR? Think of it as a safety mechanism.
Basically keeps them not aligned so it can't accidentally ignite.
Yes. So think of it like that. Just a safety mechanism. So can we have animated shutdown failure? Like if I understand right, shutdown, phase 1 failure appears when the temp is too high. I don't count PL failure. So wait. I can't understand it. Can we have animated shutdown failure? No. Probably in a safety pro. Okay, yeah. What are the prerequisites for gravitational laser fail meltdown ending? Will there be a new end dialogue / VA bit after that? Yeah, that could be an ending. But it would just be rare. It would just happen by chance. It could probably be like a 1 in 5 chance of it happening if you do the phase 1 shutdown. Will food cost electrons? Yes. Will food act as healing? Yeah, we could do that. Well, I'll talk with Tree, and we'll see what we can work out with that. Will you bring back the black hole effect when it implodes? Yes, I will do that. I actually forgot to do that, so thanks for reminding me. Okay, I'm going to close the Q&A section. I think I've gone way over time. So.
Yeah, I think a lot
of people. I too will be taking my leave. Thank you,
just a little
everyone.
bit over time.
This has been a
okay.
blast.
So I'll close the channel. I'll answer last remaining questions. Will there be no white flash if you are in either the bunker or if you are Tartarus with the door sealed, but instead of massive shake and a fade to black? Well, I think it's a dramatic ending for the white flash, so we're going to keep that for all meltdown related endings of warhead endings. Will there be more escape endings, like an area with a helicopter or underground train, like the one with the turbine that exists in the one in Indiana Jones movie? For SNL, maybe. For Qserv, no. Question: can someone make a playlist of all features? No. All right. Well, that wraps up Q&A. I'm sure that must have been boring for a lot of you having to sit through that. But I hope that does answer some of the questions you may have had. What I'm going to do now is something totally insane. Give me a quick second.
Oh, wait. What are you doing? Wait, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Oh my god.
That's the sound of the short audience. Wow, what are you gonna do? I don't like what's insane gonna do. I have a. Oh no.
Okay, we will now be going to Qserv main site, and I'll post the VIP server link. I set the server limit to 200 people. So this is gonna be fucking chaos.
This is gonna be chaos.
Yeah, I'll pass on that, I think.
Well,
I'm curious.
Speaking of QSERF, I must say, everyone, this has been a blast, pun intended, but Kaiser must now take her leave.
So yeah,
so
we'll be going there
y'all
next,
have
I
fun
guess,
blowing
to
up the
finish
DMR
off
without me,
the
yeah?
We gotta kill the protogens.
this
first.
little dumpster fire of event.
They're gone.
We're gonna kill the Protogen. We gotta kill the Protogen.
God, I only fear how bad it's gonna go.
Wait.
Okay, let me
Wow.
set the
What are you
defense
actually
45.
planning, by the way? What the fuck?